Hey everybody, my name is Matt Goldsman from GamersCast. FIFA is probably hands down my favorite EA Sports franchise, and I'm a pretty avid fan of the sport, as evidenced by the Tottenham Hotspur flag in the background of most of my videos. But the real question is, with this year's latest installment to the FIFA franchise, FIFA 13, is it worth the upgrade? This is my review of FIFA 13 for Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. When you first boot the game, you'll be staring in the eyes of Lionel Messi on a very familiar looking menu system. It's clean, sleek, organized, and does its job well. All the modes you expect of FIFA are still here in full swing. Ultimate Team is back in all its glory, where you trade and wheel and deal to make the best possible football club.
He's got through them. Here's the chance. Wonderful goal.
Except this time around, there's also an iOS and web app to manage your Ultimate Team while you're away. Career mode is back as well, where you can either start out as an aspiring young player working his way up and around the league, or get a starting manager job and work your way up to managing a national squad. However, the player manager option found in last year's game seems to be gone this year, but considering it was basically manager mode with your own pro added, it's not very missed. And with the unbelievable amount of in-game customization available to you, you could just add your pro to whatever team you want anyway, so the loss of the dedicated mode really isn't much of a loss at all. A new addition is also EA Sports Match Day, which dynamically alters clubs, rosters, and stats based on their real-world performance in their actual respective seasons. This feature also allows you to partake under the conditions of actual upcoming football fixtures and gives you news going on around the actual football leagues. Also, the seemingly meaningless leveling and ranking system from FIFA 12 carries over your rank from that game and gives it a purpose in FIFA 13. Depending upon how much you played FIFA 12 or will play FIFA 13, you will have a ton of available upgrades to spend XP on, such as upgrades for your pro player, new venues, game alterations, and more. Also new to FIFA 13 are new skill games, which you test your footballing skills in a series of short, sweet, yet satisfying mini-games. These skill games also replace the 1v1 shootouts previously found on the FIFA load screens. Though it's also worth noting that load times this time around have been dramatically reduced from the previous game. And as usual, the musical selection found in FIFA is brilliant and fits the game perfectly. And if you're not a fan of the music provided, you're still given the option to load your own into the game. The same commentary team from the previous FIFAs also make a return here and are just as masterful as ever, delivering great and witty commentary throughout each match.
The perfect break from their point of view, and very skillfully finished. When he had time to think about it, he kept his nerve.
Now, as for the actual gameplay, to someone who may have only played FIFA 12 casually, on the surface it may seem like the same game. However, FIFA veterans will appreciate a lot of the changes in the core mechanics. Ball control and dribbling now feels a lot more precise and realistic, with first touch control, which also makes bad passes harder to handle on the receiving end, adding even more realism to the game. Speaking of realism, the player impact engine has also been given a nice upgrade as well, and defenders have been given even more options to defend and steal the ball back. Also, tactical free kicks allowing for the third kicker is a very nice touch. The only other complaints I have with this game is that every now and again I'd come across a couple glitches which would cause my PS3 to crash and then have to recover upon reboot. But these problems didn't happen all too often and can't detract from an otherwise great experience. Overall, FIFA 13 is a great game, and still not only my favorite football game, but my favorite sports game. I give FIFA 13 a 9.
For a counter-attack, can they make anything of it? And he's given that everything, and that's a goal for Tottenham.
Out of 10.